What's up, Buttercups? It's me, Amy Young. I'm coming at you with a Friday freestyle. Yeah. Can we talk about closure, please? I've talked about closure before, but it is something that comes up and comes up and comes up again in my work with rad single ladies. And I want to just address it because there's a lot of danger. That's a strong word. There's a lot of danger in believing in the idea of closure. Let me explain. So there's this concept, right? And I have learned this, like anything, everything else. I learned this the hard way. There's this concept that like closure is something that if you want to move forward, you need to receive it. You receive closure usually from the other person, right? Like you need the other person to come and give you closure. And what ends up happening when we invest in this very popular idea about closure is that we will wait 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years for someone else to provide for us a sense of peace about our own past. Let's think about that. We are waiting for someone else to provide us with a sense of peace about our past. Here's what I know to be true. Peace with your past doesn't come from anybody else. I do not care what the circumstances of your past were. The truth of the matter is that how you feel about your past, whether you are in opposition to it or you hate it or you loathe it or you're at peace with it and you're okay with it and you understand it, that is always, always, always up to you. But this convenient myth of closure that someone else could come and have a conversation with you or tell you the things that you always wanted to hear or apologize to you or admit their wrongdoing or own their bullshit, that is going to be the source of closure or the source of peace, that myth, like buying into that, it completely makes it impossible for us to move forward and to integrate our past into like who we want to be and how we want to be in our next relationship or just in our everyday lives, because how we feel like hangs in the balance of someone else's actions. And when you're doing that, you're just giving your power away. And giving your power away, giving your power away doesn't work. Being like, I need you to do X so I can feel Y, that's giving your power away. No, you need to feel Y. You need to find out how to feel Y on your own. You need to figure out how to make peace with your past on your own. Do we have to though? I mean, you don't have to. I would recommend it. And I think one of the biggest personal aha moments that I had with closure was when I realized that there does not need to be like a shiny little bow that gets to tie everything up together in order for me to move on from it. There are people from my past who I know will never give me what I want to hear in order for me to feel at peace. There are people who will never give me the apology I feel I'm owed. There are people who will never admit, yeah, I was a real bag of dicks to you. There are people who, in their version of our story, I am the villain. I know that this is true, that there are people, and I wonder if they watch some of my videos, who in terms of like how they think about their past, they remember me as like the bad guy in the story, and they probably wish that I would go and apologize to them and admit all my faults and stuff. Isn't that funny when you think about it that way? So because they feel that way, and because I know I'm not gonna get what I need from them, even in moments where I have explicitly asked for it and said, can we have a conversation about this? Can we talk about this? Can we come to a place of peace about this? People have been like, no, or they've tried and it just was a dumpster fire. I know that it's my job to be okay with what went down. And it's okay if what went down was a mess. And it's okay if what went down continues to be a misunderstood mess. where me and this other person were never really gonna be on the same page about what happened, where me and this other person are never gonna be in agreement about what should have been the proper course of action, or who I should have been or who they should have been. It's okay for something to be a mess and to not clean it up and still find closure. We really love the idea that, yeah, everything can get tied up in a neat little bow. And if you just sit and talk about for some things long enough, or you sit and think about some things for long enough, then you will process it properly and you'll be able to clean up the mess, whatever the mess looks like, and it'll be shiny and smooth and sparkly and everybody gets to go home happy. Guys, this is the real fucking world. And most of the time, that's not how it goes down. Some of the time, yes, absolutely. I have examples of that in my life as well. Some of the time, oh the fuck no. It's a mess. It's always gonna be a mess. Me and that other person were not on the same page. There cannot be a meeting of the minds. We will never be able to see quite precisely the other person's point of view in the way that would be needed for it to be a shiny, little cleaned up situation that we could just tie in a bow. I really think that there is this like strong desire in us for this, like, can't everything just be like, all wrapped up and okay, and can't we all just like get along? Can't we all just be like, yeah, super like evolved and process everything? And I'm telling you, like, in order for you to move on and make peace with your past, you might have to admit to yourself, this is just a mess and it's not gonna get cleaned up, and I can't clean it up by myself, and it seems like this other person isn't gonna help me clean it up, so I need to just clean up my side of it and move the fuck on. Because that's always in your power, is to clean up your side of things, to find a way to feel at peace with what has happened to you, with what has happened for you. Because we know that, right? That whatever's happened to us was always happening for us, even when we could not and cannot see it at the time. There's always a way to make peace, to move on, to find some semblance of closure within ourselves without waiting for somebody else to grant it upon us. Because if you're doing that, when you're doing that, your life is on hold. You are disempowering yourself so greatly. You are actually putting yourself in a victim place because you're saying, I need this other person to be this way for me to, move on, be okay, feel okay, have what I want, move forward, whatever it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. You need to start doing the work within yourself to find that place of peace, to realize that must have happened for me. How can I integrate whatever shit went down into my current life experience so that it empowers me, so that I can emancipate myself from that pain, so it doesn't have to rule over me, so I'm not ashamed of the mess that was made. But you do not have to wait until everything's all cleaned up and rosy and glowy and all that junk. You don't. And I promise it is not going to come from anybody else. I wish it would, you guys. There's some people, if I could take them to Judge Judy, we would show up in court. I would have pieces of evidence as far as the eye could see. That person would still never give me what I wanted and needed. That's okay. That's fine. I don't need them to. They don't have to agree with me. They don't need to see my side of things. I need to see my side of things and move the fuck on. You need to see your side of things and move the fuck on. You got it? You with me? Closure cannot come from anybody else outside yourself. Now you know. The more you know. Yeah. So that's the freestyle for today. I really, really do hope that you're having a great day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Share this video with a kick-ass gal pal in need who you think would really enjoy being in this party with all of us. If you want to learn more about me, my work in the world, head to amyyoungcoaching.com. You can sign up to be on my email list. It would be really cool to keep in touch with you that way. And otherwise, just, I'm gonna go ahead and see you next time. Yeah.